Welcome, Taurus, to your Saturn Sextile Pluto deep dive video for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. For the first time since 2013, Saturn and Pluto are at 60 degrees, which can be a very positive angle in astrology. Saturn very much to do with structures, Pluto very much to do with change. But how will it play out for you personally, Taurus? I'm going to share with you what you can expect around energy, work, relationships, and finance. By the end of the video, you'll be clearer about all. On the screen now is your event chart. Let's just think of the archetypes of Saturn and Pluto. So Saturn is very much to do with outcomes and consequences. It rules time. It has got a bit of a reputation. It is, after all, the greater malefic. And in the 12th house or solar house of your situation, it could make you much more conscious over the next couple of years of your vulnerabilities. But the angle with Pluto is at a time when Pluto is the most northerly player in your chart, therefore the most visible influence. But Pluto can be about what's hidden and out of sight. So that's a double paradox. But what I feel for you, if you want to continue to make progress in terms of transforming your work, it will either be in a sector which is very psychological, caring, medicine, maybe to do with counseling, may also be to do with healing, perhaps even some alternative therapeutic practices, could be to do with even psychic work, but being in contact with what's not so obvious is where if you put the industry in, that can be very positive in terms of gaining more recognition and success. But the other part of it could be if there are some inner blockages holding you back from seizing a golden prize, this is the time to really grapple with them because the sign of Aries is about initiative. It's fiery, it's passionate, and putting something off which may be inhibiting you is not going to help you to make progress. So what you can do is use the fact that your ruling planet Venus at the point of the exact sextile is in a conjunction with Chiron to actually consciously embrace any of the vulnerabilities or fears or anxieties you may have. Because by looking at them first, you're then going to release yourself within yourself to then receive that greater recognition. The intriguing thing about Pluto in the 10th house, however, is it doesn't always seek the limelight in an incredibly obvious way, but somehow or another, the limelight can seek it out. So whatever you're doing, don't be surprised if someone gets in contact, offers you an opportunity, or is drawn to you because the sextile is very dynamic. It is very positive. But because of Saturn being in its full in Aries, it just means we all consciously have to work at that concept where Saturn is about culmination, but Aries is about the beginning. So that mismatch is something we all need to tackle. So in terms of recapping those four areas, I will do that for you. But if you've yet to watch your April deep dive video for Taurus, please see that on screen. You can sign up for your free daily horoscope by clicking on the link beneath this video. Get your celestial pit stop each morning, fire to your device. If you'd like to work with me one-to-one, please see my testimonials below. My personal horoscope charts have got some discounts applied to them at the moment. Please see below to check those out too. So just to summarize, as far as relationships are concerned, if you have got an opportunity to progress a relationship to a more formal point, moving in, getting your own property, renting, it may be that those inner blockages could be inhibiting you as well. But just know the link between Mars, the ruler of the sign of Aries, and the position of Jupiter, which is very much to do with fortune in your third house, suggests if you connect to the right people, you have the right support and encouragement, you can go for it still. When it comes to your physical energy, I don't feel there's any doubt about it, Taurus. Over the next couple of years, it is going to be a bit of a juggle, particularly for someone who tends to be a little bit reluctant to look at the fact that Any of your aches and pains or exhaustion could be at all from a psychological source. If you're someone who's much more into personal development and healing, I don't feel you're going to have so much of an issue. But rest will be important, and it does mean not just physical rest, but rest in your mind as well. As far as relationships are concerned, it may be that one could develop that's initially low key. It could even be linked to someone from your past. You may want to keep your cards a little closer to your chest. But these are very friendly influences. I think essentially your situation requires you to be in touch with those more vulnerable parts of your being. But as far as your professional situation is concerned, having Pluto at the top of your chart and in terms of your financial prospect, that's undoubtedly a real opportunity. It's just overcoming any blockages you're feeling or how you feel that you may be in some ways held back. So it means you have to find your voice. And with Saturn in the 12th house, that is going to take some belief, but also some determination too. Wishing you all the best. Take care and goodbye.